Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah, but I did want to. I want to ask the question because I did want to talk about Liverpool. Last 5 games in the league, they've lost 2, drawn 3. I think they've only scored. They haven't scored this year.
Really?
They haven't
crazy.
scored this. They haven't scored
Crazy.
apart from in the league. In the FA Cup, obviously against Village Kids, but in the league they haven't scored
When
this
was that
year.
Crystal Palace game when they smacked them
That
up?
was just before the end of the year.
Oh,
That was just before the end of the year. So they lost 2, drawn 3. Burnley's finally destroyed their record at Anfield. What was it, 67 games unbeaten at Anfield or something like that?
Yeah, boy.
Truth, what's going on at Liverpool? Why is it that they're not doing anything? I know Virgil's still injured, but I can't accept that is the reason why they're not scoring. What's going on?
So if you remember a few weeks ago when I said that one of the problems with Liverpool isn't even Virgil being out, it's the fact that they slowly stopped scoring goals. I think I said 2 weeks ago when they went like 3 games without scoring a goal. But Virgil does have a little part to play because what's happened now is affected their midfield in terms of they've got a bunch of midfielders there that have not played together before or don't play together. Like randomly, you got Thiago coming back from injury. He doesn't really have any synergy. Ronaldo
Ox is in a couple played. Ox has played. Shaqiri's played as well.
Shaqiri's played. He hasn't really found a formula for that. The one thing with Liverpool is that they are a system. That first 11 is like clockwork. You could blindfold them. They'll know where each other is. They know where to cover. They know where to go. And they've got so used to that. I'll say one of the problems that Liverpool has and what Klopp has had is that they did not have a plan B. And no plan B. And also teams have figured out how to totally nullify that right-hand side. You keep Trent going the other way, he's not going to go forward, and he's not a great defender, so he needs more cover. So Trent's not going forward at all. I don't think Trent's even got an assist.
Did you see the way Dwight McNeil was pissing all over him in midweek?
I'm telling you, Trent. I don't know if it's because he's tired. He might need a rest. Because remember, he is young. He has played a lot of games in the last 2
but
3
being
years.
young should be a reason why that he shouldn't need a rest, but he should be able to bounce back every week.
You know
Maybe
what
in
it
the
is?
old days.
Do you know what it is? I get what you're saying in terms of him being young and energy, but I think mentally is the issue.
Yeah, and that's I'll probably agree with that more.
It could be mentally. Klopp does have a thing where he not drains, but he done it at Dortmund where, because it's such high intensity football, you can be physically and mentally drained at the same time. And I think it's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of everything, to be honest. And also one thing, this is about their forward line, and I've always said this: Firmino, Salah, and Mane. It is a very fine line that they play, because Firmino doesn't score, Salah and Mane have to bang. The moment that they don't bang, that front three falls apart because it's such a fine line. If they had a striker, if they had a proper striker there, they could rely. You got a 3-pronged attack. It's not a 3-pronged attack. Yeah, it's not a 3-pronged attack. Firmino is a, you know the memes that go around, makeshift number 10, blah blah blah. False 9, roaming, whatever. So it's a very fine line. So once Salah and Mane, and I've always said this, even though they've scored loads of goals, Salah and Mane are not prolific. They're not Aguero. They're not.
But they're not strikers.
I've been saying this because Salah needs 4 or 5 chances to score one goal, bruv.
Exactly. Yeah. And as I said, Trent's not assisting as much no more. Exactly.
Yeah,
you're right. Trent's not assisting no more. So a lot of their creativity has gone. So
and there's no goals from midfield either.
Yeah, 0
but
goals.
They've got Jota coming back soon, so he should be their plan B.
Well, Jota was his plan B.
That's what I'm saying. He should be their plan B.
Yeah.
So he kind of stumbled upon Jota though. It's not like they bought Jota to do the effect that Jota had was surprising to everybody, and he was a breath of fresh air. So him getting injured, I would say, was even more important than Van Dijk getting injured for me in terms of them going through the season. So
I wouldn't say
it's a mixture of everything that I just said.
I wouldn't say it's more important,
but I get where it's coming from.
I get what you're saying.
Because, as you said, defensively they're okay, but Jota was providing them with something that they don't really have right now. If Firmino wasn't playing good, you could take Firmino out, put Jota in there. He's giving you something. He's giving you a lot. He's giving you goals. He was playing well for Wolves last season, but now he's around better players, so he was even more effective. Jota is a baller to me. So if he comes back and Liverpool aren't that far off, then they'll be right up there again. But they have to get out of this funk.
Yeah, they do.
It's a long way down, you know. It's a slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope. As you said, over 400 minutes without a goal, it's a very slippery slope.
It is 100%. Mr. KA, I just want you to listen to this, right? It's Liverpool's next 8 games, yeah? We've got United in the FA Cup, Spurs away, West Ham away, Brighton at home.
That's okay.
City away, Leicester away, Leipzig away in the Champions League.
Jeez.
And then the Merseyside derby. How do Liverpool get out of this funk when you hear those fixtures that they've got coming out? All right, we could probably cross out the Brighton at home, but
no, you can't cross out Brighton. Brighton are ballers.
Brighton, they don't sit back.
I know Brighton are okay, but they're
not coming to defend.
They're not there. But in days gone by, you could have probably crossed out the West Ham away, but the form that they're in, you can't even cross that out anymore. So when you hear all those fixtures, right, how do Liverpool find the goals that they need to win games?
The thing is, the next 3 are away from home as well. The next 3 are away. Tottenham and West Ham are both away. Brighton's at home, City's at home.
City's away.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, City's away.
I thought it was at home.
They played City at home already.
Okay, the fixture list is right. I'm
is it?
right now.
Or did I write it down wrong? Did I write it down wrong?
I don't know. Well, I'm looking at it right now.
Have you got the list? Have you got the list there?
Yeah,
I got it now.
Oh yeah, then I must have written it down wrong.
Yeah, Liverpool's at home.
Yeah, I've written it down wrong. My bad.
And then Leipzig.
But City at home anyway. It's still City.
Yeah. And then Leicester's away. So the majority of their games are away. They've got a lot of travelling to do. So when you put it like that, I didn't know that their fixture list, their next run was going to be like this. Making me think about my fantasy team now. Actually, I might get rid of Salah because he hasn't been scoring right now, man. It's just
you're the big stroke. Just before you answer that question, even though Salah's not been scoring, he's still the top goal scorer in the Premier League.
Is he?
Yeah, by 1 goal.
Whoa,
that's how mad it is. Yeah,
fair enough.
But yeah, Mr. KA, when you hear those fixtures, how do Liverpool get out of this funk? What do they have to do?
That old cliche, man. Just take 1 game at a time. Just strip it back. Try and get back to the basics, and slowly they will get players back. They've already got a lot of them back already, and they'll figure it out because you can't be Champions League winners, then Premiership winners without being a top team, without being a top manager. So I think they'll figure it out, but I think it'll be too late. I don't know, but as long as they don't fall too far behind, because if they get out of the way all these big teams, that means their fixture runs in the next months are going to be quite cool. It's going to be easy for them because I'm looking at even just looking at their list now. Man United, you don't know what Man United are going to turn up. They're on a high right now. That's FA Cup. Tottenham, if you can stifle Son and Kane, who's going to score for them? West Ham, okay, Antonio's back, but you can take him out of the game. What have they got really? They sold their star striker in Haller. So do you know what? These are tough teams who are playing well. It won't be a cakewalk, but it's not like they will they will go into these games scared that they're going to get beaten, that they're going to a big team. It's just a tough run.
But they haven't scored, as TJ said, this year in the Premier League. So it's a thing where what TJ's asking is how do they get their form up? Because they have to get it up straight away. You know, there's no time
But
to
the
be.
thing about these games, though, these games are going to be competitive games, so it will force them to get up for it. It will force them to, because if they can't get up for Tottenham, if they can't get up for City, then they've got no hope. But they've won Champions League. This is what I was kind of getting at. They've won the Premiership, so they should know how to get up for these games. They should know how to sort of. They're football players, man. They should know how to just not switch it on, but to know that the situation that they're in, and just figure it out.
What disappoints me is that I don't like the body language coming out from Liverpool. I don't like the body language coming out from the manager.
It's coming down from the top. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, from Klopp.
Yeah, I don't like the body language coming out. Last year,
he's not smiling anymore.
Last year, even though Pep was having a bad season, he never showed bad body language in terms of, you know, we can't sign players, our board's not allowing us to think money,
You know where it started
injuries, COVID, penalties.
Not even that. Remember, he was complaining about fixtures as well, and
fixtures as well. Ever since the start of the season, he's got that whole Mourinho vibe about him.
All
just
complaining.
Yeah,
but is that because, as we know, we saw it at Dortmund, right? When Klopp's the underdog, that's where he likes it. He likes being the underdog. He likes when he's up against it and people don't 100%. Think he's going to win it. And we saw it, and he won with that Dortmund team with the Marco. Was it Marco Reus and Lewandowski and all those guys and Schmelzer and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that? They became the hunted. And he couldn't handle it, and he stopped managing Dortmund, went to Liverpool, took years to build that Liverpool team up. Even that season where City won it from them from 1 point, right? He was still the underdog in that. And they went to win the Champions League. They were the underdogs going into last season as well, or joint, whatever. No one really expected them to win it, even though they were up there, and he's won it. Now they're the hunted again. Are we seeing that? Like Maureen, is there going to be a trend with Klopp where as soon as he becomes the hunted and not the hunter, he can't handle it and the pressure gets to him and he capitulates? Is that going to be what we're seeing from Klopp?
A good point. I've never actually thought of that and considered that actually, because I never watched him that closely in Germany. So I was paying attention to the results in the league, but not really the storyline and the narrative around Dortmund and after winning the title. So that's a fair point, but I don't know, they need to just start enjoying themselves, like we were talking earlier about Pogba earlier. When he started enjoying his football again, then things started clicking. If Klopp can bring back that feel good feeling then and start smiling again, because I don't know, I don't think I've seen him smile.
He loves to smile, innit?
But the thing is, he's a top coach and he's a top manager, right? And it's a thing where he gets the best out of players that you won't necessarily say that are world class. Like, who would have believed? Yeah, like remember when people were laughing at Liverpool when they bought Mane, right? And who would have believed that he would have got to levels that he got to? So he is a top coach and he knows what he's doing, but is it going to be a trend where as soon as he becomes the hunted, he just can't do it anymore? He just doesn't like the pressure. It's like when Maureen's the front runner in the league, he's happy and he's excited and he goes and he takes it. As soon as he goes behind, he looks like the worst manager in the world. Is that roles reversed for Klopp, where Klopp loves to chase?
It is. I've said it from day. I think Wenger said it. I think on the last few seasons when he was in charge of Arsenal, he said there are certain managers out there that love to deflect in terms of pressure. And this is again, I revert back to Sir Alex. You know, I hated him at the time, but obviously I got huge amounts of respect for him. Sir Alex, when he was there, he made sure his players knew he made sure the country knew that Man United were champions. He never ever said, you know, We're going to take it one game at a time. We're going to take it slowly. We're just going to, even last year, Liverpool were 20 points clear. Crap, bro, we're going to take it one game at a time. We're not champions yet, blah, 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 blah. He loves the underdog feeling. And the moment that starts to go away is when you actually become champions. Because retaining the title is much harder than winning the title.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge thing. Like, we never done it in our Premier League career. I think only United,
Chelsea. And
Chelsea
City.
and the Mourinho the first time, and City just recently have done it. So retaining the title is a challenge,
Yes.
and you have to get your players into the champions mindset. You have to get your players into the hunted mindset. If not, stuff like this is going to happen. And I could just feel the body language coming out from Liverpool. You have to enjoy being chased. Liverpool at the moment are not enjoying being chased.
They've got a bunch of players that know how to chase, but they don't know how to lead, as kind of what we were getting. So
yeah.
So I flipping fraud, Jordan Henderson, bro.
This is it. Their team is made up of underdogs.
Yeah, they're underdog.
They're a bunch of Cinderella stories.
That's exactly what they are, bro. They got these shit players, bro. That think they're God's gift, bro. Liverpool fans fucking wanking in socks over fucking Henderson, bro.
It's coming out now.
I hate him, bro.
Coming out.
I hate him, bro. He's listen, there's a reason why Fergie said, don't buy this player because of his running style, bro. Because he runs like a fucking camel, bro. Like, I hate him, bro. Like, all these Liverpool fans saying this guy, oh my days, he's on Pogba. Are you a dickhead, fam?
Remember the question was asked, would you rather have Henderson and Pogba? All the Liverpool fans, Henderson, Pogba's this, Pogba's that.
Henderson, fucking Henderson. Bruv, do you think anyone else in Europe is going to touch Jordan Henderson with a barge pole, bruv? If Jordan Henderson was playing in Italy, he'd be playing for fucking Spal. That's what he'd be playing for, bruv. That's his level, bruv. That's his friggin' level, bruv. Jordan friggin' Henderson. Sorry, KA. So carry on.
I can't remember what I was even saying. What we were talking about.
I love it. It's good.
I don't know.
It is Liverpool United, so
I think with the next two games being Man United and Tottenham, they're just the perfect games you need for a reaction.
Away as well, so
they're coming to play. Yeah. So Tottenham might not play. It depends on how Mourinho feels on the day. But just being big games and being on TV, it's going to have the buzz. Everyone's going to be talking about it in football. So it gives them an easy kind of way of getting up for the game. So it's an easy game to react to. And that could sort of like give them that pep, G them up a bit to kind of right the ship or kind of build some momentum. Because if it was Brighton or West Ham, then I would say it'd be a bit harder because West Ham, they've got a decent team, but they're not going to sort of give it to you. They're not going to kind of come and attack you. They're still going to kind of play on the back foot. Whereas Man United and Tottenham, you're going to be in the game. You're going to have chances. It's not just you having that possession and passing it around, trying to work that opening. So they can do it. But personally, for myself and for my fantasy team, where I might be selling. I've got Trent and Salah in my team. I don't know what to do with them, man. All that money in my team. I'm like, I need to figure out how to I'm getting rid. I'm saying it from now. When there was my rival in fantasy, so I shouldn't be giving away some of my thinking, but I've had enough, man. I've kept so much faith in Trent. Oh my days! I don't want to start. I don't want
to go. Trent. I told people from day, bruv. Trent is no good, bruv. He's lucky he plays with a manager and a system that works, or else Trent will be playing League One football, bruv. I'll tell you that from now, fam. With his defensive IQ. But we'll see what happens with Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, and we'll see what happens on that run.